You are welcome once again to PEG Tutors, and we are here to complete our number-based system. I believe you have watched the first video. If you watched the first video, then you have a little bit of knowledge towards what we are doing here. Alright, so today we are going to be continuing from converting from base 10 to other bases, but this time is going to be when the value has a decimal. You were asked to convert any value in base 10, but then they have decimals to other bases. How do you do that? So for example, let's say you were asked to convert convert 12.32 base 10 to base 4. How do we do this? You know, on a regular we have already done how to convert from base 10 to other bases. It applies here. Now this value here is a decimal number, and decimal numbers always have two parts. We have the whole number part and the decimal part, and here the whole number part is 12. The whole number part here is 12, and then the decimal part, whole number, okay, let me say h n for whole number, then 0.32 is the decimal part. Okay, now these two you are going to operate on them differently. So for the whole number takes a regular way of, you know, converting from base 10 to other bases. So first of all, focus on the whole number, which is 12. So we divide 12 as usual constantly by 4, then get our value. So we have 12 here, we have 4 here. Now divide, so we have 12 into 4 into 12 will give us 3, remainder 0, and then 4 into 3 would also give us 0, remainder 3. So you go up, hence you can say therefore 12 to base 10 is equal to 3, 0 to base 4. Now you have converted the whole number part. Now it's time to focus on the decimal part, which is 0.32. So what do you do to the decimal part? You also work on the decimal part, but this time you are going to be multiplying this 0.32 constantly by 4 and noting any whole number that exists. So what I mean is this. So you draw your line like this and write down your decimal part here, that's 0.32 here. You are going to be multiplying constantly by the base you are converting to, which is base 4 this time. So we have 0.32 times 4. That gives us 1.3. So we have 1.30 here. Now 1.30 here does not end there. There are sometimes the questionnaire will ask you to do everything to 3 decimal places or 4 decimal places or 5 decimal places. So we are going to continue until you get to 4 times everything. But now if you are not told anything, by default you can end at 3 decimal places. So we go again by multiplying the decimal again by 4. So this implies that you are going to also multiply 0.30 times 4 again. Now that gives us 1.20. Now which implies again that you are going to multiply 0.20 times 4 again. And that gives us 0.80. Now I will end here because I told you by default we should end at 3 decimal places. But if otherwise stated, you can do up to any decimal place you want. But this time now, you remember we always take our arrow upward for whole numbers. But this time, for decimal, you take your arrows downward this way. So therefore, you can say therefore 0.32 base 10 in decimal would give us 0.110 to base 4. Now you won't end here until you combine both the whole number you got here and also the whole number you got here together. So you can come here and say therefore 12.32 base 10 is equal to 30.110 base 4. This becomes our answer. So here the same thing applies again. We have to split this into the whole number part and also the decimal part. And the whole number part here is 43. The decimal part here is 0.84. So these are the splits. So first of all, work on the whole number part before we work on the decimal part. So here we go. Our whole number part is 43. Remember, we have to constantly divide 43 by the base we are working on, which is 5 now. So 43 divide by 5 constantly, and that gives us 8 remainder 3. Now 5 into 8 would give us 1 remainder 3 again. Then 5 into 1 will give us 0 remainder 1. We take it upward, so we can say therefore 43 now to base 10. Remember, we are still concentrating on the whole number part, is equal to 133 base 5. Now we go to our decimal part. So the decimal part is 0.84 base 10. So remember what you have to do as well. Multiply constantly by the base you are converting to, which is 5. So we have 0.84 times 5. So that gives us 4.2. So this implies, we can put it 4.20 approximately. So this implies that you are still going to multiply 0.2. Remember, it's always the decimal part you should be multiplying, times 5 again. Now that gives us 1.00, which implies 0.00 times 5. Now this is the exact point where your number just ends. You don't need to go beyond that again. So 0.0 times 5 will as well 0. So here will give us 0 here, which means you can't go beyond here. So that gives us, therefore, 0.84 base 10 is equal to 0.410 base 5. Now you don't end here. You go back and link up this and this together. So we have, therefore, 43 base 0.84 base 10 will be equal to, what do you have here before? 133. So that gives us 133.410 base 5. This becomes our answer. Now I believe you can use the same method to convert any value from base 10 decimal to any other base. I believe you got this well. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Also, like, comment. Our number is on the screen as well. If you want us to deal on any topic at all, send your message or give me a call and we'll treat it. Thank you.